The Baker Hornets are the #1 team in the state, but 10 days ago they were pushed to the limit by these Theodore Bobcats and only won the game by 2 points. Well, tonight it could be a different story as Theodore is looking for revenge. I got a feeling this is going to be a good one tonight. Get ready for some above-the-rim action with the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Thank you for joining us once again. I'm Al Whedon with the legendary Coach Ronnie Arrow, and we're inside of the Bobcats den. And Coach Arrow, the excitement is in the air. We have the #1 team in the state coming up.
There's no question. We also have one of the best sophomores, not in the state, but in the country.
Right.
In LeBaron Fonlon. He is an amazing young man. He's got the green light. He's got the green light to dribble, pass, shoot, anything goes. But I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be interesting because we've seen upsets before.
We have.
We've witnessed
in this
them.
exact gymnasium.
Coach Rollins, it's good to have him back,
yeah.
And he stresses defense. So in my opinion, it's going to be offense against defense. But when those two little guards for Theodore get on the court at the same time, watch out, quickness happens.
Look out for Trey Glover and E.J. Simmons. Let's check out the starting lineup for these two teams tonight because the action is less than a minute away. As you can see, getting the start right there. You just talked about him, Coach Arrow. Sophomore guard LeBaron Fonlon averaging 23.6 points per game. Getting the start tonight, Jaden Campbell. They had a late scratch with Charles Taylor, so Jaden Campbell's going to start at guard for the Hornets. Also, Javen Williams, he's a receiver on football. Josh Flowers, he's the Hornets quarterback. He's going to play. And Anderson Madden will be the center down low. For Theodore, LaCosse Pines, Braden Jenkins. You talked about E.J. Simmons. Earlier in the season, we saw in that spot Trey Glover getting the start, but tonight E.J. Simmons, and their running back for the Bobcats, big number 12, Kirsten Rogers, gets the start, and Daylon Smith, he's going to be wearing number 25 tonight, Coach Arrow. So a last-minute change for Coach Roebling. He told me Smith's going to wear 25 tonight, but this is going to be a very good contest.
And I'm going to tell you what, for the people that are here, I told a lot of people about this game that was going to be on TV, but for them, the ones that are here, they're going to see a special game.
And when I say above the rim action, you're definitely in store for it. Don't move. We're coming back with the tip-off up next for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Each month, more than 90 guns are reported stolen from unlocked vehicles, creating the potential of serious injury or death.
Lock it up.
Many violent acts and crimes are committed with stolen guns.
Lock it up.
According to ATF, stolen guns pose a substantial threat to public safety.
Lock it up.
Be responsible. Take time to record your handgun serial number and secure it from thieves. Lock it up.
Lock it up for me.
When we say Bishop State Community College is a great place to start, we really mean it. Want to major in psychology, engineering, criminal justice, English, history, or something else? Take your general education courses with us, then transfer your credits to the four-year university of your choice. Want to learn a trade and go straight into the workforce? We have the programs and the training to help you land a high-wage and high-demand career. Save time and thousands while conveniently taking classes safely online or on campus. Register now, bishop.edu.
If you're looking for fun, fashionable, and affordable jewelry, it's here. It's Paparazzi. We have a variety of colors and styles of bracelets, rings, necklaces, and earrings for all occasions and for every event. New styles are added daily, which means you are always up to date with the latest fashion. For that genuine bling, join me, Charmaine Watson, the real jewelry lady, on Facebook Live Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. It's cute, it's fun, it's fashion, it's $5, it's Paparazzi.
You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Wheaton, the legendary Coach Ronnie Arrow. We're on the campus of Theodore High School inside of the Bobcats den. Coach, they have just finished the lineups. The crowd is excited. We've got security here. We've got cheerleaders here. We've got the popcorn here. It is time for some action.
Hey, let's throw this thing up. What a great atmosphere for high school basketball in the Mobile area. This is what we've been needing for years now, and now it's come to attrition here, and now it's time to get started.
Our officials for tonight's contest, Daryl Jordan, Alicia Lynch, and Ronald Robinson. Off the top, we've had a technical foul issued, appears against Baker, as E.J. Simmons goes to the line and misses both of them off the top. So we'll try to get some clarification about that.
I'm not sure. It might have been somebody I'm not sure. Dunked the ball.
Something could have happened because they finished lineups. They didn't go to the tip-off, but we're ready for it.
But it's 0-0, and let's play.
It's 0-0. So we'll, as they say in football sometimes, we'll wonder if those points will come back to haunt Theodore because they lost by 2 in the last contest.
Well, the bottom line is it's going to be a fast-paced game. If the officials call like the last game, and if there's not a bone showing, there's no foul, this is going to get real interesting.
We might have our statistician, China Powell, even pulling out the abacus tonight because it could be some points going up in this above-the-rim action. And the action on the floor is they're fighting over it. Loose ball as we start off the contest. And it's going to go over to Baker because Theodore had possession to start off the ball game.
A lot of quickness. I wouldn't be surprised if both teams don't start out full court pressing when they score.
And the quickness displayed right there as Baker could not get the inbounds pass.
The energy is flowing. It's going to be going full speed.
Braden Jenkins giving it back over to E.J. Simmons, the point guard, getting the start tonight, averaging 6 points per game and 5 assists for the Theodore Bobcats.
Smith has the ball going inside, turnover.
Josh Flowers picks him off. Funny, the quarterback on offense plays defense, gets the turnover, and there's the ball in the hand of LeBaron Philon, the 6'3 sophomore, averaging 23.6 points a game. They're working the ball around, getting it over to Williams. Back over to Josh Flowers with a nice backdoor cut for Jaden Campbell and couldn't complete.
They're really pushing the ball, both bunches. You know, got to take care of the ball.
Turnover on the play. Philon is fouled by E.J. Simmons as he's driving in trying to make the bucket on some quick action going up and down the floor. So I used to play tennis back in the day. Get your neck ready, left and right, Coach Arrow. His head is your way tonight.
You're getting ready to go. I can't understand when the ball, teams are not getting all the way back to the hole. The guys that are getting back and the girls that are getting back, they're running alongside the ball. That doesn't get it done. You need to get back and guard the hole if to get a charge or make them take a little 4 or 5 foot jump shot. But to run along the side of them and whack them or just let them shoot a layup, that's not getting back.
And Philon is the guy you don't want to put on the line. He's a 72% free throw shooter as he drains both of them. And it's got some full court press here coming up from Baker, sorry. They get it across the timeline.
They're going to have to handle that press if they're going to have a chance to upset the #1 team in the state.
Had a chance to watch Theodore and Murphy the other night on television as Theodore got that win against the Murphy Panthers, picking up another area win, and this is an area contest. Told you at the top, Baker beat them by 2 a couple of Fridays ago, 47-45. Big Kirsten Rogers, the running back for the Bobcats, can't get that one to fall. And it heads the other way with Philon carrying it. He steps back his first 3, and he drains it, Coach Arrow, on the board. That's 5 points for LeBaron Philon already.
For you young kids that are looking for step backs and stuff, the difference between great players and good players is great players aren't scared to take moves like that. A lot of kids will practice step backs, do them, but when it gets into game situations, I don't want to use the word scared, but they just don't use them. But the great players, they use those plays and moves and others.
That ball was thrown a bit sloppily by Javen Williams over to Philon. Braden Jenkins got his hand on it, but by the time Baker got it back, it was over and backcourt violation. So turnover back to Theodore. Let's see what they're going to do.
Don't think Philon is the only thing that he does is score points. He's averaging 5 rebounds a game and 53 deflections a game, which means he's playing some defense.
And right now he lays it off the glass for an easy 2. A quick timeout call by Coach Philip Roebling. He's 235 and 229 for his career here at Theodore for a 506 winning percentage. And for someone who's been coaching that long, he knows you go down 7-0, we need to talk for a quick moment.
You know, the same thing happened to the girls.
Sure did.
It was 7-0, then it was 10-0, and then Theodore slowed down, started getting their poise together, started coming back, and they actually got 3 or 4 points down before the second half, and then they started getting tired and bad things started happening.
Yeah, a bit reminiscent of that girls game we had earlier where Theodore opened up 10-0 on Baker.
So let's see this timeout. Timeouts are used for different things. Stop flow. Let's see if that can stop flow of the Baker.
We always say during football, the biggest adjustment goes from week 1 to week 2. So when you get hit in the mouth like this with 5:31 remaining, let's see what adjustment Theodore is going to make. Down 7 points, not on the board. And let's see if they'll make the adjustment and get back into this ball game. It's senior night, as a matter of fact, Coach Arrow, so they had a bit of delay before this contest. Let's see if that'll have an effect on these young men tonight. Daylon Smith intercepts it, knocks it away, but Baker still retains it, and it's in the hands of who? LeBaron Fallon, stolen by Braden Jenkins. He's on the move. Transition up, no good. Madden with the rebound for the Hornets. Did not see E.J. Simmons coming out of nowhere to steal the ball.
Al, is there some quickness out there?
I told you, get your neck ready. You may need the Bengay lotion or the aspirin cream later on tonight, or a neck brace. Wow. Lots of action happening right here inside the Bobcats den. Score still 7-0. Baker on top as we approach 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be full court pressing right now. This Baker team. I'd stay solid half court, but Theodore has chosen to come out and go full court pressure, so we'll see if it pays off for him.
The 3 off for Javen Williams. Driving in, first bucket of the night, Trey Glover. We know that he can turn on the energy and the excitement instantaneously for the Bobcats, as he does right there, and gives them their first points on the spark. Williams was looking for the foul, Coach, and he did not get the foul.
No, the officials are letting them play. And you know what? In a game like this, unless a bone's showing, you don't have to get that drastic, but let them play.
You can see official Alicia Lynch over there saying, well, you double pumped it, so, there's no action going on. So the whistle did not go. 7-2, Baker on top of Theodore as we approach the halfway point.
If they can score here, they're right back in it.
Closing in on 4 minutes here in the first quarter. Maybe that spark bringing Trey Glover in has done something for the Theodore Bobcats. They typically substitute 5 at a time, but out of that timeout, Coach Roebling made some adjustments. LaCassie Pines' shot is blocked by Anderson Madden. Fallon couldn't get a grip on it. And there's the big running back, Kirsten Rogers. He puts his paws on it and slows it down. But here's E.J. Simmons turning up the heat. Down low to Pines. A lot of scrapping going on, Coach Arrow.
Yeah, we need to call. Blow the whistle. Good.
They are literally letting them play tonight.
If Theodore's really getting to the middle good, but they're taking everything all the way to the hole. They need to have pitch people to if they'll get pitch people out there to penetrate and pitch for the 3 or the 2, they're going to get a lot of wide open shots because nobody can keep them from getting to them. They've got 3 or 4 kids in Glover and those guys that can get the ball inside and then pitch outside.
Coach Roebling has substituted the other 4 in. He left Trey Glover in, brings in Cam Johnson, Donnell Thomas, and above the rim, dunking it down, LeBaron Fallon. Oh, by the way, Coach, he's accounted for all 9 points for the Baker Hornets.
Yeah.
Ball on the outline.
He doesn't he's into the flow of the game. And I'm going to say again, he plays defense, he rebounds, he's averaging 5 rebounds a game. And guess what? 53 deflections on defense, which means he doesn't mind playing a little defense and getting dirty himself.
That always keeps the coach happy right there,
yes,
playing
sir.
some defense. Jaden
Nice
Campbell
block.
goes in. He's blocked by Thomas, but he grabs it. Possession called on the floor. Getting a little chippy here. Let's see who the ball is going to go to. Baker saying it's their ball, but possession arrow says it's going to go with Theodore, I believe. Let's see where the officials are. It is Theodore's basketball.
Theodore, yeah.
Trey Glover's going to
call.
take it out.
Good call. I just don't know about pressing Baker when they score. I would let them come down. I'd be set up for them, but you don't want to speed them up.
Josh Flowers, a
Nice
nice
pass.
behind, over the head, behind the back pass by Trey Glover to to Cam Johnson, who puts it down for the Bobcats. 9-4 is our score. The excitement is happening.
And there's another young man in Cam Johnson who's 6'5", junior, so he'll be back. Got some good young talent on this floor.
Josh Flowers trying to show his handle, needs to get rid of the rock right now because he's in no man's land. Gets it over to Javen Williams,
nice
and
shot.
look at that reverse off the glass as Williams knocks it down for the Hornets. And just as I'm talking about Williams, there's Trey Glover. Coach, I told you the guy's quick.
Hey, that was big time.
Wow.
That was big time move, big time finish because he went against some big time long players inside.
Phylon pushes him off slightly. His shot doesn't drop. Here comes Glover. When I tell you Glover has the ball, you need to look quick. Boom, there he is. To the hole. Trey Glover drains it for the Theodore Bobcats, and they're inching back closer now, down 3 to Baker. 11-8 is our score.
What's happening is that the defense is coming up to guard Glover, and he's going right by him. They got to stay in the hole because they've got the size to stay in the hole.
And he's flying by him, but he's going to be flagged on that foul right there. It picks up his first. As he fouls LeBaron Phylon. Look quick because Glover moves quick as we try to get this replay up. Weren't able to get it right there.
You don't have to have speed dial when he's in the house.
Oh,
he is speed dial.
Javen Williams with the ball. At the top of the key, swings it back over to Phylon. Phylon slipped a bit, stopped, popped, and dropped.
He shoots that with such confidence. You young kids, when you shoot the ball, look how much confidence. Every shot that he shoots is going in.
Turnover on the play, and that could have been a deflection by Phylon there. Coach, you talked about his 53 deflections so far on the year.
Yeah.
We have a foul on the play.
And the next one on the team is 20 deflections. So that shows you the difference of what my man can do on deep.
Right.
Deflections usually use to turnovers. They move. Deflection, usually get a turnover on it.
No fouls have been called against Baker so far. 3 team fouls for Theodore. Phylon with the ball as he's approaching the timeline, comes across it at about 1:17 remaining here in the first quarter. Al Whedon, Coach Ronnie Arrow on the campus of Theodore High School. Phylon had to double pump it, but had to let it go. Ran out of real estate, basically. Simmons swings it over.
Some ball movement there, bringing it over to one side, keeping it over on one side. Need to reverse the ball to the other side.
They looking to go down low to Cam Johnson as he's working on Anderson Madden down low. Simmons pulls it out to set up the play. Theodore just taking their time. Down 5 points right here to the #1 team in the state.
And you know, it's been a smooth game. It hasn't been one way or the other. It's scary pressing them after made buckets. Coach knows his bunch, but I don't think I'd be making them Baker speed up when they don't need to be.
I think Coach Roebling has told his kids, hey, let's hold for the last shot here as we approach 10 seconds. And that appears to be the case for the Bobcats. E.J. Simmons trying to work against Phylon. Phylon has a height disadvantage, and they take their time and get it down low to Donnell Thomas, and it pays off. The lead is now 3 as Javen Williams puts it up, and it is no good. So at the end of 1, Baker up 13-10. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
A teacher is one of the biggest investors in a community.
They impact the lives of those we value the most.
Teachers share knowledge which helps shape and mold our future leaders.
Teachers show direction and help build a sense of purpose.
Are you ready to make a change? For more information on teaching opportunities, teacher incentives, or to apply with the Mobile County Public Schools, log on to www.mcpss.com.
People will always use art for change. I mean, there's just something that's undeniable about the image.
You have to be willing to get dirty.
It was for real as it could get.
You're lost in that moment and something remarkable happened.
There's a beauty to that, you know, it's like this discovery.
After spotting the Hornets a 9-0 lead, Theodore claws their way back into the contest, only down 3 as we start the second quarter, 13-10, Baker on top.
You know, in this game, when Coach Roebling took that timeout, that was a big timeout. It was 7-0. They calmed down. They came back. He's a veteran coach over there on the sidelines that knows how to handle his team and knows when to call the timeouts and get them under control.
Quick foul picked up by Cam Johnson. Javen Williams hits the first of 2 free throws here for the Hornets.
Williams adds a lot of character and a lot of quickness to go along with this team. Everybody looks for Phylon to be able to do his thing, but these other players that complement him are very good. You know, we talked about before, the good teams always have one stud.
Right.
Okay, like McGill has Barry Dunning. The rest of them are very good players, but the good teams, the ranked teams, usually have one very good player.
Checking in for the Hornets, 6'3" junior Alex Threadgill, number 10.
I don't know, that looked like a tackle, 1st and 10.
It did look like a tackle. I'm with you there, Coach.
And no call.
Calvin Irby also checks in for Baker as well. Deshaun Beverly on the floor. So they're giving a few of the Hornets a break here.
You know,
I think we have an official stoppage right now. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, with Phylon, he's surpassed 1,000 points in just 51 outings.
Unbelievable,
51
isn't
games. Yeah, he's got the green light, and he's been able to go. He's already got offers from Alabama, Auburn, Oklahoma State. These are the schools that have gotten in on him early, and it's just going to grow after that.
Yeah, that's something Dave Schultz was asking me when I interviewed with him on WNSP today. He said, you know, do you think Phylon could stay in the state, or is he looking outside? I said, well, you know, Dave, he's only a sophomore. You know, you got 2 years, you got the NIL going on, and look at Auburn. They're ranked number 1 in the state. Alabama was at the top 10 at some point, so who knows what could happen in 2 years.
And I'll say this, being an ex-college coach, those coaches that are at Alabama and Bruce that's at Auburn and Coach Oates at Alabama, those coaches may not even be there when he becomes a senior.
That's right, that's right.
So, you know, he's got plenty of time to enjoy all this. Wow. There's another no call that he was sort of escorted out the door.
Pretty much. They are really letting them play. I'm with you, Coach. You may have to draw some blood or a bone to get the call tonight.
I wonder if they realize this is on TV and everybody is watching how they officiate the games.
Narvi Pritchett checks in for the Bobcats as they get it in to Javen Williams. The Baker Hornets coming to this ball game on a 14-game winning streak. Their record is 23-3. Williams, yep, there's the push-off. You could see it from our table over here. He got that elbow in. That's an offensive foul on Javen Williams.
Like you said, Al, they're 23-3. They're 6-0 in district, which even adds to the benefits and the importance of these games.
That's right.
And again, we've already seen when Theodore upset Davidson and the girls. We've seen upsets on our TV, so let's hold on to see what happens tonight.
Baker up 5 right now. Across the timeline comes E.J. Simmons. He swings it over to Donnell Thomas. Down low to Kirsten Rogers. Here's the beef working for you. And Rogers, he's going to do that. And there's the foul. The foul on Calvin Irby.
They ran that little shuffle cut inside. Then they rolled off of the pick, and he was wide open. That's how he got called for the foul. He got that ball. And they did a really good job of getting it to him when he popped right open there.
Rogers averaged about 9 points per game, but where you see his benefit is down low, being the enforcer and helping out, getting rebounds and being scrappy like he is earning his way to the stripe.
You got to make those free throws. You got to make them pay. You got to make them pay.
Rogers misses both of them.
See, like this right now. Now it's 5-on-4.
So far, Theodore 0 for 4 from the charity stripe. Let's see what the officials say. It's going to remain with Baker, so Javen Williams will inbound the ball for the Hornets. Threadgill pushes it over the foul line.
They're clearing out this side over here. Well, they came back now.
They have LaCosse Pines on foul line now when they pulled out Trey Glover.
They're still in man-to-man.
Javen Williams penetrates, gives it to Threadgill. Threadgill back to Williams. And Williams called for the double dribble. Interesting how Williams is now running the point rather than foul line on this offensive move. Coach Armstrong is kind of working with this squad on the floor right now.
You know, with every good team, there's good players and there's a good coach. I don't know if anybody has won any more than Coach Armstrong has done at Baker the past few years. He's 97 and 50. He was Coach of the Year 4 years or 3 years ago when they were playing for the state championship.
Runner-up, yep.
And he went to Baker. He played baseball and basketball. Said he was a much better baseball player.
Ball stolen and now out of bounds. Will it remain with the Bobcats, or will it remain with Baker? No, it's going to go over to Theodore on the loose ball there, so it will be Theodore's basketball. It is Baker's basketball. Fallon's going to take it out as Jaden Campbell checks back in, and Deshaun Beverly goes to the bench for the Hornets. Let's see if this will change the movement of who's running point. Threadgill with the ball right now, looking for some help. Gets it over to Campbell. They're trying to get it to foul line. Popping out Threadgill, back over to Campbell.
So they're not penetrating, getting to the hole. There they go. Good things happen when you drive.
Campbell's got room, but he is on the line, and the foul right there on the baseline. They're going to call that one, I believe, on Braden Jenkins.
They're going to call that one.
And did you see how the official leaned in with the elbow, Coach Arrow?
It's so rare.
Like, oh, that was definitely a foul.
There was a bone showing on that one.
Looks like Daylon Smith's going to check back in for the Bobcats and give Donnell Thomas a break. So far, Phylon has 11 points here in the first half.
These are two well-coached teams.
Right at the top of the key. And one for LeBaron Phylon. Let me add down another. There's two right there. That makes he's hit for 13 so far, Coach Arrow.
You know, I don't want to say anything about the officiating, but you see bang and banging and throwing, and then my man goes up for a little shot, poop, and they call a foul.
Look at Phylon talking as he's doing his practice dribble. Misses that one.
You know what? For all the young kids, that's a good example, and he's a great player. But when you go to shoot to the free throw line, you don't need to be talking to anybody. It's a free throw. You need to make the other team. You don't need to be talking to your team or the other team. You need to be concentrating on that free throw.
I think he was having some in-person social interaction, Coach Arrow. We'll leave it like that. Keep it clean.
Write that down.
In-person social interaction. We'll keep it clean for the family. But as we say on the court, he was talking some junk. He was talking some trash right then. There's Phylon. Stop, pops, and drops. Hits the bucket for the Hornets.
That's why all these college coaches, high Division I teams, are talking to him as a freshman, as a sophomore.
Foul is going to be called on Jaden Campbell as he was putting the pressure on E.J. Simmons as he was bringing the ball up the court. That'll be on the floor. So they'll take that one out just to the right of us here at the table. Al Whedon, Ronnie Arrow, statistician China Powell here on the campus of Theodore High School. Theodore is hosting the #1 team in the state. The Baker Hornets come in at 23-3.
Jenkins and Simmons out there are really quick.
That's a three for Braden Jenkins. You talked him up, Coach Arrow.
Yeah, he's feeling good about himself right now, and he should. He's playing hard. Now, again, like that, I just wouldn't be putting pressure on them, the #1 team in the state. Get back and guard the hole.
Jaden Campbell hits the three. Kind of silences the Theodore Bobcat faithful. And those here cheering for the Hornets give their approval. E.J. Simmons right in front of the charity stripe. No good there. Baker on the move. Javen Williams gets his bearings. Gets himself together.
Simmons and Glover are trying to get steals in the backcourt, and they're going right by him. And then they're going down 5-on-4. They don't need to be. This isn't important now. Guard the hole down here.
E.J. Simmons dishes it to Kirsten Rogers.
Good
Maybe
gracious.
A head fake or a pump. And they're going to call an offensive foul, I believe, on Kirsten Rogers, Coach Arrow.
Is there a code?
Oh, no, they're just going to say he's out. He went out.
Yeah, there's no foul.
No foul. I'm sorry, no blood, no foul.
No blood,
no bone,
foul.
no foul.
No bone, no foul. Good gracious. That was third degree right there.
I thought Rogers would have done a little head fake and get one of the Hornets to foul him, but he just went right on in, barreled on in.
They're trying to take everything to the hole, and Baker's just waiting on it. They got to penetrate and pitch to the open man and get some outside shots.
Hornets up 7. Fallon kind of pushing off Trey Glover there. He has the mismatch, the step back, and it doesn't drop. On the move, Braden Jenkins.
Pull that thing and work it.
Now they got the ball in the hands of Trey Glover. He's kind of Mr. Excitement. He's Mr. 120 miles and running for Theodore. When he gets it, boy, he takes off. Almost stolen by Jaden Campbell. Shot's no good. Baker on the run. It's 2-on-2, but with Fallon, he said, I can do it by myself.
Yeah.
And kind of does a flex at the end. The officials don't tee him up, Coach Arrow. They let him get away with the flex.
He needs to be in the weight room a few more times before he starts doing the flex.
He's going to flex like that?
Yeah. He doesn't need to start wearing any tank tops yet, but he is a phenomenal player.
So that was a 3 attempted by Donnell Thomas. He's going to get 3 shots at the line as he's fouled on the play.
It's going to be interesting to see what Theodore is doing from the free throw line. They've got to make their free throws.
That's their first free throw they've made tonight, Coach. 1 for 5 so far. Misses the second.
A team, the #1 team in the state, you can't miss free throws.
Got to make your free
throws.
throws.
Got to keep the game close.
So Thomas makes 2 out of 3 as he goes to the charity stripe. Checking in for Theodore, number 22, Bobby Pruitt, another one of those football players who plays basketball as well.
Looks like there might be some college coaches here tonight. I'm not sure if they're able to be out, but there's a few up there in the same shirt.
Josh Flowers penetrate, kicked it out. There it is in the hands of LeBaron Fallon. He's putting on a dribbling demonstration and drains the 15-footer, and the Hornet faithful go wild. Fallon's getting hot. Jenkins passes up. Flowers gets the ball over the timeline. It's stolen. Braden Jenkins with the easy lay-in for the Theodore Bobcats to cut the lead to 7, 28-21.
They're hanging in there. They just got to be steady. Don't get over anxious. Jab at him. Stay between him and the goal.
Josh Flowers, he is the QB, and he is, let's see if they're going to count that, Coach. We couldn't see.
It should count, but I don't know. They didn't count it.
I don't think they're counting the basket. They're going to say maybe it was on the floor before Flowers, so they're going to send him to the line to shoot instead. So that foul is not a shooting foul. Don't count the bucket in the and-1. So Flowers will be shooting 1-and-1 here for the Hornets.
And he's another sophomore. They've got some good young kids.
And he's a kid with some offers as well as he misses the free throw. So back-to-back misses for the Hornets from the charity stripe. Trey Glover with the ball. The step back on LeBaron Fallon, drains it right in front of him. And there's the Bobcats fans getting excited here inside of the Bobcat Den. There's a 3 from LeBaron Fallon trying to silence him. Hustling in for the Hornets. Michael Johnson checks in.
You know, Al, even when he's off and it doesn't go in, it's right there to go in.
A foul call. No, I'm sorry. Traveling call against Theodore. Yeah. A turnover on the play. As all the Hornets cheerleaders are excited right there on your screen.
5 points difference, 28-23. Just got to stay solid if Theodore wants to catch up. Yeah. If Theodore, that's good. If Theodore wants to win, they need to get Baker to do more of those shots.
Under 1 minute, Trey Glover dribbles right into the hands of Josh Flowers with the easy put-in bucket for Baker. That one almost thrown away, and it is Darrell Randall. The official says it hit the outline, it hit the baseline, so it is out. Yeah. It is Baker's basketball. A quick turnover there for the Hornets, and they're trying to add more points before they go into the locker room.
See, that's what happens a lot of times with Glover. He gets going good, a few good things, and then he gets overboard and he tries to do too much with the ball and turnovers happen.
LeBaron Fallon with the head fake, hanging in the air, and boy, he really is fouled right there, Coach.
Yeah,
that could have been some bone or blood there.
Yeah, they put a hammer on that one. You know, when a person like that, when a good player like he drives, you can't worry about blocking his shot. Take the charge, get position defense. They're not, you're not gonna, he'll get some type of shot, a spin move or something. Take the charge, don't worry about blocking shots.
There's a foul right there. Fylon misses.
You know, they had a 5-point lead, now it's 7-point lead. They just need to calm down. Don't force the ball. Stay steady.
And there, the chance of overrated. I heard that a lot a couple of weeks ago at the Hornets nest when Theodore came to town as they were chanting on him. Fylon steals it and tries to dunk it, but backing him up, that's how you do it. You follow. Jaden Campbell makes the bucket. Another lost ball. Theodore can get it off. It does not count at the buzzer. 33-23 is our score, with Baker on top as we go into the half. And I'm checking off my sheet here for Fylon.
Did you lose count?
I have him with 20 in the first quarter. I mean, the first half, Coach Arrow.
Yep.
I have him with 20 right now, so we're going to continue to monitor that as we get Coach Philip Roebling over here to talk about this first half for his Theodore Bobcats. Coach Roebling, we appreciate you joining us here as we get set up. There you go. You and Coach Arrow got to get your headsets together. Just turn to you right here, Coach Roebling. We got the camera right here for you. So you guys started off, kind of got into an early 9-0 hole. I saw you had to call a timeout and regroup, and that was something Coach Arrow and I said in the girls' game. We watched Theodore go up 10 points on Baker. It's kind of the reverse as you guys called a timeout to try to regroup in that first quarter.
Just too many turnovers. They're too good of a team to give them easy baskets like that. We got to make them work. We just turned the ball. We're careless with the ball. We didn't catch the ball down here before we tried to score, and I thought we missed a bunch of easy shots. That's how the game started. You can't let them have easy baskets.
Right.
You got to take care of the ball.
When Fylon, I know you're a position defensive coach. When Fylon is driving, your guys are trying to block the shot. I know you. Are you wanting them to try and take more charges? Because they're right now, unless there's a bone showing, they're not going to call a foul. Do you want your team to start trying to take more charges? And Glover, you know, he gets so excited. He's such an emotional player. He wants to do so good.
Man, he can go.
Then he gets out of control.
He did. Once Fylon gets down in the lane, we definitely need to be trying to take charges. Because we don't have but one shot blocker, Coach. And then Trey's got to find a way.
Yeah.
He's kind of our emotional, but he's got to try to find a way to maybe, like you said, slow it down a little bit, but still play aggressive because we need that. But, you know, turnovers definitely hurt us there.
Your guards are so quick. They were really getting into the lane, and they were feeding under, and you had some guys out. When they're penetrating and pitching, if those guys get out and hit a couple of threes on the pitch out, good things are going to happen for y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach Roebling, we wish you good luck in the second half. Keep it right here. Halftime is going on. It's Baker and Theodore. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Hello, I'm Renee Phillips, your host of Homeroom. Will you join us as we talk with the students, teachers, and staff about all of the great things happening in our schools?
That's right, Renee. Not only are we here to keep you informed about the great things happening in our schools, but to also keep you updated on safety issues.
Our show, Safe Schools, looks at ways to keep your child and our students safe.
Not only are we looking at ways to keep your child and our students safe, but to keep you informed on how to connect with us.
Manténgase informado aquí en Conexión a Padres.
And we also score big from pre-K to high school with MCPSS Athletics.
And then Insight Education puts it all together for you, showing you the ins and outs about news and events taking place across the Mobile County Public School District. We do this to keep you informed.
If you're looking for fun, fashionable, and affordable jewelry, it's here. It's Paparazzi. We have a variety of colors and styles of bracelets, rings, necklaces, and earrings for all occasions and for every event. New styles are added daily, which means you are always up to date with the latest fashion. For that genuine bling, join me, Charmaine Watson, the real jewelry lady, on Facebook Live Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. It's cute, it's fun, it's fashion, it's $5, it's Paparazzi.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow, Baker on top 33-23. Let's take a look at the first half statistics put together by our good friend, statistician China Powell. And Coach Arrow right there. Let's go right to it. Free throws. Baker 5 for 8 and Theodore 2 for 7. Literally, if they had made a few more of those, they wouldn't be down 10. They could possibly be down 5,
yeah,
Coach
and
Arrow.
And another big stat is the turnovers.
That is true as well. Look at the field goals right there. 11 for 16 for the Hornets. And on the threes, 2 for 7. They've taken 7 shots so far, and Theodore just 1 for 5 as we're joined here at our table by head coach David Armstrong. You can just turn to the right here, Coach.
Y'all's court ain't long enough.
Yeah. Coach Armstrong, bring that microphone. There you go, right there. So, Coach, we took a look at you. You guys came out and put up a 9-point lead. Theodore called a timeout, tried to make some adjustments, and pretty much kind of got back into it a bit close at times.
Yeah, we turned the ball over a little bit more than I would like. We're letting the pressure kind of dictate some of the things we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to be tougher with the ball. We know what they're going to do. We've turned the ball over twice and gave up buckets. After we got a rebound, we got to secure it. We talked about it all week. You got to be tough. I know that 10 and 4 are coming screaming down there to try to steal it, and we still turn it over, and that frustrates me. But I think overall we played well, even with the contact.
What about your shot selection? Are you happy with your shot selection for most part of the game?
I mean, yeah, LeBaron shooting, I'm okay. LeBaron shooting okay. We took a great 3 from Jaden Campbell took a great one and made one. Josh took one that he can make. He just missed it. Javen took one that probably a little bit ill-advised. The guy was a little bit too close, but we got to the rack. I thought we needed some calls down there, and we didn't get them. We did good going to the rim, getting there, trying to get to the free throw line, which was great.
Which there's not many fouls being called.
No, they're not blowing the whistle.
Do you feel that that's a benefit to you for your team, the way that you play and that you want to play, and will that affect how you play the next half, whether you press more or not press?
No, I told the guys you have to be tough. If they're not going to blow the whistle, you got to be tough, and that's okay. I mean, it's better for Theodore if they're not going to call that because Theodore is a physical defensive team.
They are.
I work a lot on teaching defense without fouling, so it's not what we do. So we have to be tough with the ball when they do that, and just kind of hope we get some of the calls that we should get.
Well, you've got some really good players to go along with Phylon to be able to do.
Absolutely.
They complement him very well,
and
it's nice to see, and it's good to see how you give them the green light.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, I'm the type of coach that if you can play, I'm gonna let you play. I'm not gonna try to coach too much, and I can't coach too much. They made me sit down after that tech today, after that bench tech. So I
they
hate
give
that.
techs. They give 10
shots. So that's what led to the 2 shots at the beginning.
Yeah,
we were wondering about that at the beginning of the contest.
They're going to run for it on tomorrow when we get to practice, but they were, in there dunking during warm-ups, which is illegal in NFHS, which is a bad rule, but it is what it is.
All right, Coach Armstrong, we appreciate good luck in the second half. We appreciate you joining us.
Hopefully
we'll talk to you at the end. We're going to take a quick break and come back. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms, and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
We welcome you back to the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Parents, is your child self-motivated, reliable, and an independent learner? If so, then the MCPSS Academy of Virtual Learning may be an educational option for them. The Academy of Virtual Learning allows students in grades K through 12 the opportunity to work in their self-paced courses at the time of day that fits their schedule, so they can earn their high school diploma by studying whenever they want, wherever they want. For more info, call 251-221-6700 or visit mcpssvirtuallearning.com. Theodore up 10 points right now, 33-23. And Coach Arrow, it was good to hear Coach Armstrong talk about, hey, they're going to let them play tonight, and we're expecting the calls, but we're not getting them, so we just got to do what we have to do, basically.
The way the officials call, you got to play the way they let you call. If they're going to let you beat the heck out of one another, then you got to play like that.
Off the glass for Trey Glover. Kirsten Rogers couldn't put it back in.
Now, this is going to be a test for Theodore. They cannot come out, take bad shots, turn the ball over. They need to play smart and play solid defense.
Trying to get back down low to Kirsten Rogers. Josh Flowers steals it. Almost gets it in, cannot. And it's going to it's going to go over to Theodore. It's LeBaron Philon working on the official, pleading his case there.
See, even that time when they were fast breaking, rather than the Theodore guy to get back and get nose up on him, he was running alongside of him. He needs to get back and try and take charges on that, try and get them in foul trouble.
LaCossie Pines comes up a bit gimpy right there and asking for a sub. So Coach Roebling's going to have to send Brayton Jenkins in. So hopefully we'll see Pines later on.
Hopefully he can come back.
Yeah, they've stuck him on Philon a few times to play some defense to help out, because Philon has a great height advantage over Glover and Simmons as well as Jenkins. So they need that height from Pines to come in to play defense on Philon.
Got some good motion going now. Just keep it going. There's no shot clock. Be patient. Oh, he's open.
Vastly contrasting different first half for the Baker Hornets when they last met Theodore. I was at that game. Philon was held to 5 points in the first quarter. Went into the locker room, Coach Darrow, changed his shoes, put on a T-shirt, and came out and dropped 20 in the second half. And dropping that 3 is E.J. Simmons, but Philon has put up 20 in the first half tonight.
I guarantee you Coach Roeblin went in there and said, look, guys, we cannot just come down and take bad shots. We cannot come down. That time they reversed the ball at least 3 or 4 times and got a good wide open 3. The shots will be there. You don't have to force them. They'll be there.
That shot is off for Josh Flowers. Rims out. E.J. Simmons pushing it.
So that's a bad shot.
Flowers with the rebound. Shot. It's 2-on-1. Philon keeps it for himself. He had Jaden Campbell right there, but he just laid it off the glass. Theodore averages 52 points per game on offense, and they're giving up 45 on defense so far this season. with Trey Glover in control as he dishes it down to Braden Jenkins. Jenkins
Nice
goes in.
move.
No foul, no harm,
Yeah.
but the points do count. And the crowd, they're laying on the officials, Coach Arrow.
Yeah, the officials, you know, they don't know. When you call them soft, then they want you to go hard. When you let them just play, then they want more fouls called. So just stay solid on defense. You don't have to come get it. He's going to get his. Don't let others get theirs.
Phylon with the ball. They're going to call a foul on Braden Jenkins.
That's a bad foul. Phylon was going to take a bad shot. He was going off one leg, 18 feet from the hole, and they bailed him out with a foul. You got to play smart against the #1 team in the state. Well, against any team.
Javen Williams just forcing his way down into paint. And they're going to get Javen Williams on the offensive foul. That's his second. I think we could see that from our table here, Coach Arrow. I'll say he was just a tad bit aggressive with his move.
I'll say my man Rogers, there was no doubt that was his ball when he got that rebound.
E.J. Simmons trying to get it down to Kirsten Rogers. They're fighting for it down there in the corner near the baseline.
See, again, the guards cannot just be full throttle every time they touch the ball. They came down and got a wide open three by reversing the ball, but now the guards are just wanting to go full throttle and take it in there. There's nothing there. Pull the ball and set your team up.
So it's going to be Baker's basketball as Deshaun Beverly checks in, and Javen Williams goes to the bench to get a break.
Down 7 points, 5 minutes to go, third quarter. You got plenty of time. You got to play solid if you're going to beat them, Theodore. Stay down.
Loses control, but he says, I'm going to shoot it anyway, kind of forces it up there.
Good defense.
And here running and gunning, Trey Glover swings it over to Braden Jenkins. Bam! He drains the three. Quick up the floor, LeBaron Phylon just kind of flushes it. It does not fall. That's a loose ball picked up by Baker. They're running into each other. Johnny on the spot is Braden Jenkins.
Take care of the ball, guys.
Slow it down, as you say, Coach Arrow. Slow it down.
Again, I don't care who wins, but whoever has the ball, I'm all for them.
At the half, Baker was up by 10, and Theodore has cut the lead to 4. Braden Jenkins with the ball, throws it out, and Simmons saves it from a backcourt. Trey Glover said, I'm going to penetrate. I'm not scared of the trees, and he gets fouled.
I have no idea where he's going. My man was posting low, and he's driving.
And he drove in as he is fouled on the play. Checking in for Theodore, number 14, Donnell Thomas. E.J. Simmons going to take the ball out. Go ahead, Coach.
Glover and Simmons, they play all heart. They just need to get a little bit smarter with the ball and take care of it.
Off the glass for Bobby Pruitt. You can see Josh Flowers just putting his hands up, trying not to commit the foul. And the lead is 2. Theodore has cut this 10-point lead at the half down to 2 points. Flowers thought about taking the 3, swings it over. Phylon grabs the loose ball. He said, I'll shoot the 3 from the top of the key, and I'm dropping it. A quick timeout called by David Armstrong to get his Hornets together.
See, that time, they got the ball in the hands of their main player. He was very poised. He drove around, went straight up, nailed the shot. That's a money player right there.
Here's the replay right here. You can see that ball almost gets away. Phylon defense late coming over, and all he's going to do is just drain it right in your face right there.
Yeah.
Baker head coach David Armstrong is in his 4th season at Baker. He's 97-50. You talked about it earlier. Coach has a .660 winning percentage, and I had a chance to witness them in that championship game back in 2018, 2019. And I can tell you, Coach, that team then to now, vastly different.
Yeah.
Night and day.
Right.
Night and day for the Baker Hornets. So this team, 23-3 on a 14-game winning streak. And they have some youth here in this group as well.
They have enough. You got to be good and you got to be lucky to win state championships and stuff. But they've got a stud on their team to go along with having a good team, and that can carry you a long way.
Only 2 seniors on the squad for the Hornets, so they're going to be returning at least 8 to 9 of these guys next year, so they're going to be something to deal with next year as well. Right now, up 5 on top of Theodore. E.J. Simmons penetrates, kicks it out, but the penetration was a bit too much. He's called on the charge. Phylon thought he was going to help him up. He offered his hand up, and E.J. Simmons says, man, what you talking about? I ain't about to pick you up. You ain't my teammate. And he leaves Phylon down on the floor. Wow. The emotions running high in the Bobcats den tonight, Coach Arrow. Almost stolen by E.J. Simmons right there. Jaden Campbell launches a 3, cannot connect. Going up tie, Deshaun Beverly can't pull the rebound down.
Nice pass.
No look pass to Donnell Thomas as he is fouled. Now, Coach, that's a foul.
They had to call that one.
That's a foul. Calvin Irby. If you're going to foul, foul.
I don't know how many people are in the stands for Theodore, but if they wouldn't have called that foul, they might have been all on the court.
Thomas goes to the line to shoot the first free throws for Theodore in the second half.
Got to make free throws. Got to make free throws.
They were 2 for 7 in the first half, 0 for 1 right now. Coach Arrow, you said it. When you're playing the #1 team in the state, you got to get every point you can get.
Every point.
So you can't just give away points like that. And remember, as Coach Armstrong told on himself, the young men were called for a tech for dunking during warm-ups. They missed the 2 technical free throw shots at the beginning of the contest as well.
And how did he end that sentence? They will run for it tomorrow.
They will run for it tomorrow. He did say that. Donnell Thomas running down the court, hustling in the easy 2 for the Bobcats.
Right now, they just need to be solid.
Phylon cannot score. Jaden Campbell is down on the floor,
injured. Take care of the ball, my man.
Coach Armstrong and the Hornets need a timeout. Trey Glover back out to E.J. Simmons. That's the
very
three.
Nice.
Drains it.
Very nice.
And just like that, we are tied
up. And we got an injured player.
Jaden Campbell, he was down on the other end of the floor, Coach Arrow, in pain, could not get up, writhing. But Baker didn't have the ball. They couldn't call timeout at that point.
See, that time they needed a big possession. Glover drove down, but in the past, he was taking it all the way to the hole in the valley of the trees. Bad things happened. That time he penetrated. They came in and he pitched. The guy drove. Glover went out, passed to him. 3-point play.
I like that, play. Coach Arrow. The valley of the trees.
Oh, the valley of the trees. You can't go in there amongst the valley of the trees.
We started off this third quarter, the second half, with Baker on top by 10, and Theodore has eliminated that as we are tied 38-38. Having some difficulties with our audio. Right, I think it's back now. There we are.
Brand new ball game. Now play solid. Both bunches, play solid. Play what got you here.
That's going to be an offensive foul called against the Hornets on Josh Flowers. Picks up his first foul.
Glover tried to take the first charge, and then they got the second charge. That's great hustle. Coach Roland's got to like that.
Baker has only scored 5 points here in the third quarter. Theodore has overcome a 10-point deficit. And they're playing with excitement and emotion on senior night, as a matter of fact.
Look inside.
They had that before the contest started between the girls and the boys game. Errant pass caught in by Braden Jenkins, almost got away. Ooh. That was close to an over and back right there, Coach Arrow, but a ball stolen by Baker. Johnny on the spot. Bobby Pruitt.
I think if the officials go back and look at that, all the officials got caught up here. I'm pretty sure that was backcourt, but
it was. I mean, from our angle, it went over the line.
Yeah.
I mean, we're literally at the mid-court stripe, but they were away from it. Yeah.
You think we ought to have a whistle over here?
Oh man, we will be blowing it all night. And blowing the three in front of all the trees. Braden Jenkins nails a three, and Theodore has taken their first lead of the contest at 114, 41-38.
Now that time you got three Theodore guys helping, filing up.
Foul called on the play is going to send Phylon to the line, shooting free throws for the Baker Hornets.
Let's see what the man does with his free throws.
Phylon only has 5 points here in the second half, makes the first one. And if I'm correct looking at my chart, Coach Arrow, I'm going to verify with statistician China Powell. That's their first free throw of the third quarter, correct? For Baker. I believe that's their first free throws of the third quarter. Phylon makes the first, cannot convert the second. Donnell Thomas saved by the Bobcats, and look at Javen Williams stretching out, and LeBaron Phylon right there to put it in, as he picks up an easy two as we are under 1 minute here in the third quarter. Notched back up 41-41. Baker, the #1 team in the state. And Theodore looking for the upset as they only lost by 2. And Trey Glover out on the floor trying to break ankles is fouled on the play. The crowd all standing up wanting the bucket to go in for the and one, but it doesn't.
We'll see what my man does. They need the free throws. Coach Armstrong really does a good job, and Coach Rodman.
Glover misses the first. 0 for 3 right now for free throws in the third quarter for Theodore.
That pizza in the background, they need to move their pizza to
Coach,
somewhere
I don't
else.
know if it's pizza. I think it's, I was trying to hold on to not sharing, but
that's a good call.
Glover misses both of them.
Yeah.
It is senior night, and I can tell you this from doing football season, they feed you quite well down here at Theodore, but someone cooked some ribs, Coach, they're right behind us. Some ribs or brisket or something, and during halftime, I was having some issues because it was smelling sure enough good. A little dipsy-do right there
Great
from
shot.
Trey Glover, but put back in by Donnell Thomas, who had his back. Javen Williams slashing in, kicks it over to Calvin Irby. Irby needs help, and he gets it to Phylon. And they're going to call a blocking foul on Thomas as Phylon was trying to make a move to the paint. That's Thomas's first foul. Theodore on top 43-41, gained their first lead of the ball game at 1:14 in the third quarter. And the players are pointing this way, that way.
There's high intensity out there on both teams. Both of them smelling blood right now. Baker has just got to, for the #1 team, they got to play like the #1 team in the state and relax. And Theodore needs to play under control and get the ball and run their offense.
Javen Williams penetrates, kicks it out to Josh Flowers. 10 seconds remaining. Trey Glover all over him, steps back behind the line, cannot convert. 4-3. It goes up. It would count, but they're going to say no, it didn't drop. And if it had, Coach, it probably would have been goaltending. So 43-41, Theodore on top. Wow, what an exciting third quarter. We're going to come back and give you the last quarter of action. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our 4-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
A teacher is one of the biggest investors in a community.
They impact the lives of those we value the most.
Teachers share knowledge which helps shape and mold our future leaders.
Teachers show direction and help build a sense of purpose.
Are you ready to make a change? For more information on teaching opportunities, teacher incentives, or to apply with the Mobile County Public Schools, log on to www.mcpss.com.
We welcome you back to the fourth quarter here inside of the Bobcats den as the shot is blocked by LeBaron Philon. E.J. Simmons was trying to go to the hole. Theodore up 43-41, leading by 2 over the #1 team in the state.
And there's the #1 player in this area as far as youth and as far as being very good as a sophomore.
Well, Coach, I said in my intro we were going to see some above-the-rim action, and it was going to be good.
And quickness.
And it has lived up to that. Narvi Pritchett thought about pulling it.
Every time out, the team is under control. Every time out, they come down, they pass the ball. And they need to stay with that.
Rebounded by Philon, wide open. Josh Flowers lays it off the glass. Great long court pass from Philon to Flowers as we are notched back up at 43. It's going to be tight the rest of the way, Coach Harrell.
Yes, it is. Oh, missed that one.
Jenkins was wide open down low in the paint, and Thomas did not pull the trigger. They pull it back out.
Being patient.
Glover not on the floor right now. You have Pritchett, Jenkins, Thomas, LaCosse Pines. Good to see him back on the floor as well. And we have a foul on the floor. Checking in right now for Theodore. I just talked about him. So it's Trey Glover coming in, Kirsten Rogers, and Bobby Pruitt's going to check in. So we're going to get some more height and some more beef for the Bobcats. Bringing it up, Javen Williams. Senior guard, averages about 16.4 points per game for the Hornets. He flies by Bobby Pruitt and lays it in easily.
No backside help underneath the goal to stop the drive. They're putting so much pressure out front and they're giving up the drive. You know, you gotta protect the drive, and if they get by you, have to have backside help protecting the hole, which they didn't have on that play.
Hines tries to get it down low to Kirsten Rogers. Goes out of bounds.
They're running their stuff good. They just got to be patient, and on defense, they can't be too aggressive where they get over the ability to keep them, the Baker team, outside from going to the hole.
They work it down low to Kirsten Rogers, and they're going to say that is an offensive foul as he lowered that shoulder into Anderson Madden.
Notice what's happening now. The #1 team in the state, 7A, is taking care of the ball. They're getting good shots, and they're playing defense, and that's why they're #1 in the state.
Philon rolling off the screen set by Madden. And they're going to call him with a charge as Philon picks up, I believe, his first foul of the contest tonight. He's in disbelief, but we could see that from here. That was an offensive foul.
And in the past, they would have tried to block that shot.
Right.
Playing position defense. Oh, nice move.
Penetrated by Glover.
Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Good.
Gets out to reset to start it over. Man, when
Baker
Glover
just
has
needs
the ball.
Baker just needs to be solid.
Right.
And perform what they are, the #1 team.
Cross court pass to Braden Jenkins. He's had the hot hand recently hitting threes. Rogers and Madden fighting for it down low. You can see the emotion. They call it a tie-up on the floor. And it's going to be Baker's basketball. Coach Roebling going to send in some more substitutions. Donnell Thomas checking back in, and also Cam Johnson. So we're getting Once again, a bit more height and a bit more beef, Coach Arrow. Phylon bringing it across the timeline here. Baker up by 2. The Hornets average 58 points per game. Off the glass goes LeBaron Phylon easily, and another quick timeout called by David Armstrong. The lead extends to 4. I think he wants to kind of just calmly talk to his guys and kind of say, hey, we got about 4 minutes left. This is what we need to do.
It's nice every time down the court. It's nice every time down the court to have the ball in the hands of a player like that.
That's right.
To be able to do what you want, what he wants to do, and have faith in him in getting it done and being smart enough not to force anything.
Taking a look at the Alabama Sports Writers Association 7A Boys top 10. As you see right there, number 1, Baker on top, 23-3. And the rest of the teams, the closest thing we have locally to us will probably be, I'm going to say, Enterprise, Coach Arrow, at 16-5. They play out of Region 2, but you have a lot of Region 1 teams up there, Hoover, Vestavia Hills, Spain Park as well. James Clemens up there in Region 4 at 13-8, rounding out the top 10. But the only local team in the top 10 for basketball is what you have on your screen right now, the Baker Hornets, number 1 in the state.
Yeah, and where there's a good team, there's a good coach. Coach Armstrong has proven to be that coach on the sidelines and be able to get what he wants. You can have good talent, but you got to have discipline, which Coach Armstrong has.
Phylon hits the jumper. That's back-to-back jumpers. Critical point in the ball game right here.
Right
4:31. Here. Coach Armstrong called the timeout, and now Baker is up by 5. Back-to-back buckets scored by LeBaron Phylon for Baker.
Out of control. Get it out.
They're doubling up on him. And they force him to the sideline, Coach, and that's a turnover. Let's see what happens here. I believe Coach Roebling wants to discuss it with his fellas as he has called a timeout. He says, I've seen Phylon put up 4 quick points, and now we're down 5.
Yeah, and down here even more so on offense, they were getting out of control again. That was not a good timeout. That was a great timeout because he saw his kids getting back to that. Put that head down and drive to the hole, and let's force it and see if we can get something done. They were passing the ball. They've got to go back to do, if they want to win this game or even stay close to the number 1 team in the state, they've got to go back, get under control on offense, and play smart on defense.
And kind of got that crowd under control as well with the Hornets hitting those back-to-back buckets by Phylon. It's kind of brought out the intensity here inside of the Bobcats' den. You know, they were up and at it at 1:14, their first lead of the night at 41-38, Coach. You could kind of see the tide turning, but Baker's kind of taking the punch, and now they're back on top by 6.
Yeah, by 6. This is critical right now, this possession. Either they score or they stop them and go down and score. But if they score one time, that could lead to another. We're going to see how poised Theodore can be and stop. Don't go for the ball. Just play position defense.
Theodore in man-to-man. You can see the height advantage that Phylon has over Trey Glover, but Glover is a crafty player. Phylon dribbles, kicks it out to Madden.
Stay solid.
They're swinging it back over. Phylon has the ball. Saying get the hands out the way. They're switching. Javen Williams launches a 3 and drains it. And that's why he is the second leading scorer on the team. And now the lead increases to 9.
Baker is really good. They've got things going in there it is again.
Nice behind the back, and Phylon slams it home. Coach Arrow, it could be getting out of control. Yeah. Baker up 54-43, up 11 right now. And they're on a run that Theodore has not answered. That shot is blocked. Phylon takes control of it. He drains the 3. Bang! Right in front of the Theodore faithful. And it is quiet as a church mouse in here, Coach Arrow. The only noise I hear are the Baker Hornets fans.
For everybody that's watching on TV, there are reasons why you are number 1 or number 2 or number 3, that you have a very good team. The Baker team shows everything. You have a great coach, you have a great player, and you have good players around, and they're smart. They don't try and do too much offensively. They put the ball in the hands of their, I'll just say, All-American.
Yeah.
And young All-American.
You're gonna call it now. Huh?
Yeah, and they go down on defense. They play hard. They've got shot blockers underneath. I'm gonna tell you what. If there's a 7A team that beats them, they're pretty doggone good. Or any team.
Baker up 57-43, and just like that, the tide has turned. Uncle Mo has caught the Uber and jumped back into the car for the Hornets. And boy, he is driving his way to Bakerland. A rebound right there by Josh Flowers. I believe it's out on him, so it should remain on this end of the floor for the Bobcats.
Yeah, and that one, I think Coach Rubbling could have touched the guy shooting the ball. That was a 4-pointer.
That shot drained right there by Donnell Thomas.
Now see down here, we're reaching and doing things, and now bad things happen down there.
Foul on Thomas right there as he fouls LeBaron Filon, who has now scored 15 points here in the second half. I have him at 35 points so far for the contest, Coach Arrow. Not surprised at that by all. I mean, he's literally putting the team on his back and driving them to the house right now.
He had 20 at half?
He had 20 at the half.
Yeah, well, he might have had a few more than that after this half's over with. .58-46, 12-point lead with 2.5 minutes to go. It's pretty much wrapped up right now. We're going to see with Theodore if they'll keep their composure and not just come down and just start doing one-on-one bombs.
Donnell Thomas with the head fake.
Nice.
Cannot get the bucket to fall.
Now see, Trey, that time Trey drove in amongst the valley of the trees, and he made a good play, and he found the open person. They got a good shot. Rather than just drive in and try and make something happen by himself in the valley of the trees, things don't happen good.
I like that, Coach Aaron. Thomas makes the first. And now we start looking at what could have been the free throws, the loose balls.
The bad decisions, the turnovers. The bad decisions leading to the turnovers.
Misses the second, but the rebound grab pushed it out to Braden Jenkins. He's had the hot hand with threes tonight. And the timeout call by Coach Philip Roebling in the Theodore Bobcats. This is a full timeout right here. 8-point lead right now for the Hornets.
Is Coach Roebling, does he get 8 timeouts tonight?
I don't know, but Coach, he's using them up. I do some PA work at Bishop State, and on the scoreboard they have the timeouts, and China Powell she does the book. So, but we don't know how many timeouts they have left here. But we'll let you know. The MCPSS COVID-19 recommendations say with the increase in COVID-19 cases, Mobile County Public Schools are strongly recommending that all students and employees wear your mask. We ask that you please do that when you are in the buildings at all times. Wear your mask. And Coach, a great crowd out here tonight to watch this ball game. I like to see the families, the kids, the students. It's a bit different
than what it's all about.
3 weeks ago. Yeah. School hadn't opened up yet, but it's a great crowd here tonight.
Yeah, it was a Morgan here that night, but tonight, boy, the enthusiasm in here. And I just love to see this high school basketball with enthusiasm on TV in the Mobile area, because there's good young kids coming up here in this area. They see this on TV, and they want to play basketball. They want to be a part of high school basketball, boys and girls.
So Baker's going to have to go the full length of the court here after that timeout by Theodore. 2:14, up 8 points right now. And Theodore needed that bucket real bad.
They did. And they deserved it. They worked the ball well and got a wide open shot.
Putting some pressure on Josh Flowers. He brings it up the court. Madden gets it back over to him, and a bit too aggressive. It was too hot for Flowers to handle, and it got away, so that's a turnover. And here comes Trey Glover and the Bobcats. They're starting to wake up. The fans are starting to stomp on the bleachers. Madden trying to cut off Donnell Thomas at the baseline and does. LeBaron Fallon has the ball. It goes off of his hands and the foot.
Oh, that's a foul.
Of Bobby Pruitt.
Slow down, guys.
I'm with
slow
you, Coach
down.
Arrow. Gotta slow down and get control. You're only
Bad
down
decision.
8 points. You're still
Bad
in the game.
Decision. Oh, man. Good hustle, and a bad decision on the shot.
Foul committed right there by the Bobcats. Both teams at 17 fouls right now.
I'm watching Coach Armstrong over there. He's still a little worried over there.
He's sitting down, but yeah, you can sense the
those
worry.
hands are wet.
And Coach, guess who's going back to the line? The leading scorer for the Hornets, LeBaron Fallon. Drains the first on the 1-and-1.
It's hard to say that when he gets stronger and he gets even more smarter and plays more basketball.
More experience,
What a player. What a player. If you're a Division I high major school and you're not already on this young man, stay at home because you're late.
See, you've already missed the boat,
Yeah.
huh, Coach? E.J. Simmons, that one off the side of the backboard. And just like that, Javen Williams with the thunderous dunk. And the Hornet faithful rise to their feet as the lead goes to 12. But no. E.J. Simmons drains the bucket, and another timeout called by Coach Philip Roebling. And Roebling is giving the officials an earful, Coach Arrow.
You know, again, what I said about Coach Roebling. I mean, here's a man that's been sick. He's had some issues, health issues. I would say, isn't it nice that he's in an occupation where there's not much stress? I mean, he's over there giving it. He's over there giving it everything that he has.
All he has.
And I talked to him 4 days ago, and he had just had a treatment, and he wasn't very perky. And then 2-3 days later, when I talked to him, he was just like this, just like he is, a competitor that he is. I tell you what, no matter what the score winds up, this has been a hard-fought battle between both teams.
It really has.
Yeah. The difference, one's got a major, high major player, and the other one doesn't.
You can see the scrappiness and the intensity that Theodore brought to this ball game tonight. They only lost by 2 to Baker 10 days ago. But tonight, vastly different. They only captured their first lead in the third quarter, but Baker did not give up, and they fought back and has taken the lead in control right now as we approach 1 minute. And Josh Flowers took his time. He was trying to get the ball to foul on, but he said, you know, they're not going to foul me. I'll sit here and wait. And they finally commit the foul.
I think there's so many fans started yelling at him that they had to call that foul.
Yeah. I think they were trying to, what do you call it, in the valley of the trees, trying to pull a branch or something. But the officials finally recognized the foul.
And the leader of it was Coach Armstrong. They were right in front of him.
Flowers drops the first one.
Well, as we got a minute and 11 left, I want to thank you, Al, for being able to work with you. Man, there's nobody better in this business.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining on and coming in as well.
It's been fun.
I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah.
I try my best every time.
Yeah.
I got to shout out to my buddy out in Houston watching the game, my man Mark Fisher. Oh, look at the putback in. That's reminiscent of my days at the downtown Y, Coach Arrow. My glory days playing ball. Look at Calvin Irby going up above the rim to drop it back in as he's fouled on the play.
Yeah, it's been really good. These guys have played hard, wanting to do the things. And again, I'd like to also thank MCPSS for inviting me to do the color and working with you. It's been a pleasure. And most of all, everything good that for the kids in this area, boys and girls, what a great opportunity for basketball.
You're right, Coach Arrow. At the end of the day, it's for the kids. And Trey Glover takes a hard fall right there.
Yeah.
His shot was blocked by Irby, but a foul committed.
His first step out of bed tomorrow morning, he'll remember that. Now that was a foul.
He'll need some of that BioFreeze. I buy that at the Walmart. That's beyond Bengay and Aspercream right there. Glover goes to the line to shoot. Baker all in control, 67-53. And we literally watched the tide turn in this ball game at the 4:31 mark when LeBaron Fallon hit 2 shots. And then after that, Baker kind of went on a run, and Theodore could not recover, Coach Harrell.
No, they couldn't. Between turnovers and some ill-advised shots, did them in. But they played hard. As a coach, you want to be able to say your team played hard.
Yeah. Irby just rips the ball out of Pruitt's hand, and Josh Flowers in control right now. We have a foul on the play as they're going to send Flowers to the line to shoot with 42 seconds here remaining in the ball game. And Baker in control, looking like they're going to pick up their 15th win in a row, Coach Harrell.
Yeah, and it's well-deserved. It's going to be a situation where they're going to keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
And Coach Armstrong is going to make sure that they do.
We'll be trying to talk to him after the ball game. Also got to give a shout out to the administration. When I was at the Baker game the other week hosting Theodore, Coach Eric Collier and the principal, Chip Minton, came over. And tonight I see Principal Peru and head football coach Steve Norman and Coach Curtis, the AD, coming over to support their Baker Hornets as well. So you can see the support from both sides, and even former principal for Baker, Clem Richardson, in the house as well tonight, Coach Aaron.
Yeah, it's nice to have people like that watching, to be supportive of basketball in this area. It means a lot to everybody. There's so many kids that are playing the game of basketball in this area, and hopefully more and more will see this now because of the work of the district putting it on TV and being a part of all of this.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you being part of it. As you were laying the compliments on me earlier, I'll lay them back to you. Thank you for stepping up and joining in and kind of coming into our crazy world, because behind the scenes, sometimes your eyes are like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to stick with it.
Yeah.
Folks talking in your ear and everything.
Yeah, sometimes you can't say what you really want to say on air, like if you were in the stands, but it's been fun.
And for that, we applaud you, Coach, for not saying what you truly wanted to say at times. I know my executive producer is quite happy.
I went away from a game. I didn't have any technicals.
Look at there.
Did good.
They didn't tee you up, Coach Arrow.
That's right.
Hey, you didn't get one tee at all, as we're under 30 seconds here remaining in the contest. Javen Williams at the line shooting. Phylon having a laugh on the floor with E.J. Simmons.
Yeah, he's having a good time. Oh, my gosh.
And that was a long way off there, Coach. Right now I have Phylon with 18 in the second half for a total of 38 tonight. And you were right. He's close to putting up what he had in the first half.
I'm going to say I bet you he gets 20. Huh? I bet you 20-20.
It might be coming right here, Coach, because he has the ball.
Yeah.
But under 15 seconds, I don't know if he's going to
he's
pull the shot off.
It.
They're going to shut it down right here. So for all intents and purposes, Baker's going to remain the #1 team in the state as they get the win 68-54. Theodore could not get the revenge on the defeat they had 10 days ago by 2 points when they lost to the Bobcats.
Yep.
But tonight a different story, 68-54 as Baker captured the win. We'll hopefully get Coach Armstrong over here and also take a look at the final statistics for this ball game to see how things panned out. And you were right, Coach. One thing I want to see is the free throws. You're right about that.
Free throws, especially late in the game, they didn't shoot a very good percentage.
So we're trying to get a hold of Coach Armstrong right now.
Tell you what, the crowd going out, and they feel good about getting the game that they wanted to. Okay.
I believe we have Coach Armstrong headed our way. You got to hold on to the headset right there, Coach, and we'll get the stats up as well as we get ready to sign off here for a great contest. Had a chance to cover the #1 team in the state, the Baker Hornets, and we'll get the winning coach in here. Get the headsets on you, Coach.
See if it's long enough this time.
Congratulations to you on getting the win.
Yeah, man,
Coach, you guys were up at 10 at the half. Theodore comes out in the second half, cut the lead to 5. They take their first lead at 1:14 in the third quarter, 41-38.
Yeah.
And you had a little talk with you guys. What did you talk about, Coach Armstrong?
I didn't realize the camera was behind me. My bad, whoever saw that. But look, we gave up too much stuff being dumb. Like, it's just high school kids. They do things they're not supposed to. They need to be smart, and they need to, take better shots. And we weren't taking some great looks there. We not doing our job on the defensive end, closing out on three-pointers.
Okay.
They don't normally make them, so I think, we kind of went in the game saying, hey, give them some of that, but they made some shots tonight that they don't normally hit.
Don't think that you have a monopoly on that the kids aren't going to do what you want them to do. Trust me, you don't have a monopoly on that if you talk to any of the coaches. But what I would say, there are reasons why that teams are good.
Yeah.
Okay? They have good coaches. They have a stud player that they can put the ball in the hands of them to make plays, and then they have other good players around them. Y'all have that with your whole team.
Yeah.
And you've got experience now with the ones that are playing with the stud.
Right.
So congratulations. If anybody wants to come out and see a good team, go see Baker play.
Yeah, we played good tonight. I want to call somebody out. Number 20, Mikey Johnson, has not played a varsity game all year, and he came in and did a heck of a job.
We saw you put him in the ball game tonight, Coach.
We're shorthanded. We had a guy that would normally start, didn't play tonight.
Right.
He's not here. He cut his eye in practice yesterday, and I brought Mikey up a couple like last week to do some stuff, and he's come out and he did a phenomenal job defending tonight. And I knew he could match up well with some of their guards, his size, his ability, the way he plays. He did good. Man, I can't be happier. Anderson Magellan, the number 33, some of the stuff he did on the defensive end, the block, the big two-handed block that led to, I think, a dunk on the other. Man, that right there, that's what won the game. LeBaron probably scored 30-something tonight and had a great night. Javen had a good night. Josh had a good night. But those other guys stood up.
That's
tonight.
what you're going to need on the run. You got to be good. You got to be lucky to
You're
win
right.
it all.
Yes,
and you're
absolutely.
putting all that together.
Well,
Absolutely.
according to my little cheat sheet, I have Phylon with 38 tonight,
There you go.
Coach.
Yeah.
But I will say at 4:31, the tide turned. He made 2 back-to-back buckets, and you guys went on a run, and Theodore couldn't recover after that.
Yeah, we went on that little run at the start of the fourth quarter. I thought that was a great little run. I think I called a timeout, settled them down and let us kind of get into it. And then we kind of just settled in on defense and kind of ended the game.
We're going to take a look at the
Enjoy
stats.
the journey.
Yeah, enjoy it. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks,
We're going to take a look at
Appreciate
the
it.
final
Appreciate
statistics
y'all
here
doing this.
of the ball game. It's going to tell the story as we go into it, Coach Arrow. We take a look at it right there and look at the free throws. 4 for 17 for Theodore, 13 for 21 for Baker, and the field goals right there, 20 for 30. Baker really shot the ball tonight. But notice rebounds. You're right.
Yeah.
Theodore out-rebounded Baker tonight. Literally by 12 rebounds there.
If you take either one, free throws or rebounds, and make them even close,
okay, do a flip-flop.
could be a difference.
Wow, look at there. That's going to wrap it up for us. We got to get on out of here, Coach Arrow. We enjoyed having you on the broadcast. For our executive producer, Quentin Howard, director Wade Ford, engineer Fran Conaway, for Coach Arrow and statistician China Powell, I'm Al Wheaton. Thank you for joining us for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.